Hey, this is Josh Davis Architecture, and today I'm going to be showing you an additions and renovations project, and this is my own home. I'm actually probably going to build all this as well, so we'll see how that goes. But I've got it designed, and I'm pretty close to pulling permits on it and getting this project started. So let's kind of get into it, and I'll show you what it is. So what we're looking at on the front elevation here of my house is this porch is completely new for the project. So this is Archicad that we're looking at. So that's the design software that I use. And whenever you're building something, you can put it on different layers. The ground's not done completely right on this project, but that's the existing now, which is just a little porch which is uncovered, and the new work is filling all this with this nice large front porch where you could put rocking chairs on, maybe a swing. I'll think about that. But just a big north facing front porch, which would be great to have on my house. And then the rest of it is back here. So let me flip to the existing of that real quick and show you that. Existing plan is I've got a existing deck, and all that really needs to be replaced. And that's one of the things that has pushed this project to really being necessary. So I've got to replace this. I didn't really just want to go back with another deck in the area that it is. It just there's a lot of issues with it. So really just all that needs to be torn down. This is a screen porch area where my cursor's showing currently. I'm not showing everything on this existing, but there's screen porch wall here, screen porch wall that comes across in that area, and then all that is all this is open underneath currently, and really just gets a mess. I actually kind of parked my bass boat underneath here, and which that's part of this project too. So now let me show you the new construction. So existing plans, this is how this works. You can put on different layers. All of this is on existing here. And then whenever I want to demo it, I put it on demo layer. So then it turns off after demolition, and now new construction. So you can see when I clicked on new construction, all this fills in. So what was deck space and screen and porch, all that will be enclosed square footage now. And it'll be an enclosed room here. We've got utility room where that window is. This is a big bathroom addition for these windows up high. There'll be a steam shower. I'll show you the floor plan of that floor here in a little bit. And then a big master closet addition that kind of adds on to that master closet area. And then all this underneath is, we'll kind of zoom in through here, is just a big open area for the basement just to have fun in. These windows are cool. These are those fold up and out windows that will kind of fold up like that along here. And then there'll be like a kind of a pass-through food area, which is kind of cool. You got benches on this side, and plunge pool on this side, which is really cool. That'll be enclosed. I've this project, it doesn't look the most glamorous, but it does have some really cool details that I'm working into it. There's things that I like this area will be able to be screened off, but that screen will be pocketed into this beam area up here, and it'll you're automatic. You push a button, and those screens come up or come down, whether you're wanting it enclosed or not. Whether the mosquitoes are bad at the moment, but which we don't have. We actually, that's not too much of an issue here. Well, it is in Tennessee, but we spray and everything. Um, And then a cool, big, nice deck that what makes that cool is I'm trying to incorporate these are representing existing trees that I have on my property. I'm trying to incorporate these existing trees into the deck on this side. So currently there's not a deck. This is just windows here. If we flip back to the existing, just some windows up high, which actually don't get used very well either because of just the way we have things inside. But I really would like for that to be whenever you look out this way, it's beautiful. It's a pretty area to look out. And we just don't at all at the moment because we have this existing screen porch, which just gets junky, and in this area. So really, this project will be utilizing some of all that. So on new construction, we've got the doors walk out. Kind of still thinking about. I think sliding doors would be three pair here, and they would all slide looking to the left in this looking at it from the outside, and you just come out onto a deck. And so this hardware that is being used on these trees it will be like a now they have tree house specialized hardware that doesn't hurt the trees, and you can build into them. I have to. It's part of the process, but I'll have to make sure these trees are healthy and all that. We just survived this ice and snowstorm here in Tennessee, and I mean there's branches falling like crazy, and I've actually got one kind of hanging from this area at the moment. So we do need to check on the health of those. But if everything's good, I'm going to at least attempt to incorporate those into this project. And those have been um, part of the issue. The struggle with this is just trying to figure out that and keep them alive. But and that's what this whole so this is really more built just like a deck. It is going to be enclosed. I figured out how to. There will be a garage door on this side and on the other side, where I can bring that bass boat, which is currently being parked, underneath my uh, deck and screen porch, give it a home to live in until I decide whether I'm keeping it or whatever. But anyways, it'll be at least I can tuck it in for now, and then have garage doors. If I decide to get rid of the boat, it'd still be an awesome space, and I'd really like to have it without that. But you have my pavers will just kind of be continuous from this from my extension of this driveway into this area, and then over into the splash pool area. And I've got details to how to keep that dry. I think there's a few different ways, and I can get into that on a future video. But what I'm currently going to try and have detailed and figured out is let's see if I can cut a section through this. So again, this is Archicad. So in Archicad, um, let's see, let's go to the basement floor plan, I guess. And let's cut a section here looking to the right. So you can kind of see a cut through of that. I was going to literally build another roof underneath this to shed the water into a gutter that's on the outside here. And some of the issues I was running into, and I think I got everything high enough, is to be able to make sure that a garage, just a standard garage door would work. And if not, then I may have to do like a low profile garage door. But I think I've got enough headroom now. I need to pick out some specific stuff to do, but that's the idea. So roof underneath, deck, and if I build all this, I'll get into this and kind of show you. So those will be some cool videos of actually making all this work and seeing if all the drawings and designs is how it's going to play out and work in real life. Okay, let me get out of that back. So I'll go through the floor plans real quick to just kind of show you. what that looks like in floor plan. This here is all the new work, all new square footage, added square footage to the house. We'll bust them through a window here and turn it into a door. New front porch on the here, and some of this existing work that I'm gonna roll into this permit to. I'm not sure put a permit on some of that, but we're going. It's not completely finished. I think it's still good. And then a elevator. So I'm still thinking about the elevator. Elevator would be great to have. All my family when they come over, they fuss about the steepness of these stairs and keep saying, "When you gonna put the elevator in?" Well, I do have it planned here. I wasn't mocking anybody in particular, so don't yell at me next time I see you. But putting an elevator in, new square footage, new deck back here. Let's go to the first floor. That's basement. Now, next floor up. This is where a lot of the action's taking place on the project. Again, new front porch, how that looks in first floor. All this is what I was explaining earlier. Um, Got an extension to our living room here. This living room space exists now. It's all existing square footage. However, the ceiling is low. It's just a flat ceiling. I really want to make that like a feature space. So I'm doing all this that you see uh, onto the ceiling, and I've got that figured out. And new deck off of that, which doesn't have anything now, so that'll be a really nice area to just be able to come out and take in the sunshine on the south facing um, part of our house. Board game area, utility room, new utility room. The existing utility room is over here in this pantry. And let me flip again to the existing plan. Existing, this is how it looks. You can see the difference over here. None of this is the new work, will be the new work. This is my current utility room, and it's small. It's not great circulation into our house, and this is our main way into the house. Usually, when we're coming up from the garage, this is it. And so you kind of walk past the utility room. The new work, let's flip back to that existing. Now I'm flipping a new. Boom. Now you're coming in. You're kind of great with like a little sit down area if we need it. Nice big refrigerator. This is going to be a cool area where you have the pantry will look like, you've got cabinet doors, cabinets, four cabinets here, and then these will look the same as those. You open it up and you're like, oh man, this is a whole room pantry area. I've seen that detail on projects in the past, and then I kind of copied it. I think it's cool, and so I want to do it in my own home as well. And so then new utility gets much bigger down here. It has its own window, nice utility room. Um, Nice new addition to the shower, potentially making it a steam shower. Kind of start looking at the details of that. Big tub outside. So this is all new, just in addition to our current tub. It's like, let's see if I have that model like this little shower, little tub. It's still not, but boom, that's really nice. And more than doubling the closet, doing his and hers closets now. Okay. And now, not much on the second floor. I think I just added, yeah, this closet's just getting a little bigger. That's working out the elevator all the way up to this floor. So it'll hit all floor, the basement, main floor, and the upper floor. Be really nice to have because the stairs are steep, and it would allow us to live in it as long as we want. That's a lot of what happens around here is, people just kind of grow out of their home. And it's just not feasible to have some of these homes here. And and they have to move to, a ranch style or something that's like more like a single story homes and stuff. This would give us the option to live in this home uh, forever if we'd like. Um, so that's the project. I can get into let's flip, I guess, a little bit. Some of the let's go move myself out of the way. Kind of go into the let's just look at it this way. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Well, kind of. Okay, I'm not. All right, so this is like a general sheet, throwing some images on this. So we work in, the 3D world, but all that translates to floor plans, which is ultimately, what an architect gives our clients and to pull permits with, and the contractor has instructions to build. So, architects' plans are, one major uh, drawings that go with all that. Could have, depending on the project, structural drawings, maybe mechanical, plumbing, electrical as well, things like that. But um, so let me just kind of go through these architectural plans for this project. So that's my existing demo, just kind of shows you what's getting taken off, and then new work with all the dimensions that I'm going to need and all that. Okay. Then same with next floor up, existing demo. And every time I'm putting a floor plan on a sheet, I like to align it in the exact same way so that when you're flipping through it, even in real, um, out on the job site, everything's in the exact same place. It's easy to read and easy to comprehend. Okay, so those are the floor plans. Get up to the roof plan and kind of shows all what's new, what's existing, kind of noted up. Here's some elevations of this. Okay, elevations. Just give me everything I need on the roof plan. Had to figure out the pitches for this metal roof. This slope is a little less than I'd like it on this back here, but that makes it's all work. And that was one of the trickiest things in this project in drawing is just figuring out getting the heights because across that back there, right here. So you can see I'm tying into the eave here up right at the as high as I could, and then that carries through. That's actually underneath this, so I can flash all that properly, and it barely on the inside gives me enough head height uh, that I need. It works out well because here it is. Because this side, which is the lowest, it's still at 7 feet high on the low end. But that's the master closet, so that's okay for it to be a little bit low. And then this is the shower area and tub area, and it's actually probably better for if it becomes a steam shower, it's probably better for it to be low. And then here's my utility room. So this is all that new space, how that's getting built out. Um, Another section. This is a section cutting through the deck and that um, the roof structure above the splash pool. Also figuring out the drainage and all that in this project. Let's see, yeah, front porch. This is that section through really doing a roof underneath the deck. There's other ways to do that. I've done other ways on projects. There's a system that kind of has like a rubber membrane that you put in between each joist of a deck, and it so between every joist there is like a drainage membrane that funnels it down to another drainage membrane that's like a basically like a gutter. But I think I'm gonna try to do what go back to this detail though. What is basically just constructing a roof underneath my deck. Okay, this is the roof over the splash pool, the new front porch. Okay. All right. Well, that's a good look into my project here, and hopefully I will start on this. I've been thinking about it for a little while. Start on the actual construction of this and get it going, and that'll be some cool videos to show you how these drawings turn into real construction, real stuff, and nice spaces for us to enjoy. So, if there's anything um, that you want me to kind of dive into further, let me know in the comments. I will probably be doing some other videos that show more, maybe some more cool projects than this. This is an additions and renovations project, which sometimes aren't the most glamorous, but um, there are some going to be some cool things and some cool details on this. And but if you're interested in kind of Archicad of it, like how do I get to that? How do I draw stuff? How do I model stuff? Or construction part? Let me know. I'm interested in doing projects that you're interested in. And but thank you for watching this so far and join me again. Josh Davis Architecture. Thanks. Bye.